Hello and welcome to the $1,000,000 Message. This is your Fearless Friday message with Callie DeBlander Brigham, calling from beautiful Pensacola Beach, Florida. And yes, I do know what today is. Do you know what today is? I bet you do. It is the last Friday or weekend, depending on when you're listening, of June, of the month, of the Mary Kay year. Oh my goodness, how exhilarating, right? How are you doing? How are you doing? I just want to first start off by saying I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be a Sister Mary Kay beauty consultant with you. I really am. It is such an honor, such a privilege. We have such an incredible connection. We are family, not only Mary Kay, but here on the $1,000,000 Message. And I'm thankful for you, and I want you to know that today. And I know there might be some, like a director friend of mine I was talking to yesterday, who is already done with her triple star. Oh my goodness, a week early, so exciting. So maybe you're done. Maybe you're finished with your goal and you're just kind of tying up loose ends and putting a pretty bow on it. Maybe you are right there. You're so close. You know it's going to happen and you're just finishing up. Maybe it's a big old stretch, but you know what? You've seen miracles happen before. You know what it looks like, and you are determined to finish. Maybe you're really far away at this point, so you're just kind of resetting a little bit and finishing something well and creating momentum. Maybe you feel super duper stuck, maybe a little discouraged. Maybe you're so brand new you don't even know what in the world I'm talking about. But regardless, I first just want to say I am proud to be a Mary Kay consultant with you. That's number one. Number two, I want to tell you a story that happened about almost exactly a month ago. That I'm sitting here in my office, and this is the room in which it happened. So to set the stage, my son Brigham is 16. He's getting ready to go into his junior year. He is an avid soccer player. Has been since he was about 11 is when he really started his soccer career. He plays for his school. He plays on a travel team, and he plays on an all-star team. ECNL, for those of you familiar with that. He does play on the field, but his specialty is as a goalkeeper. And he is at the stage now where he is wanting to pursue playing college soccer. And that's a whole thing. Let me just say that is a whole thing. I'm really grateful for our Wednesday messenger, Tiffany Stout, and a conversation we had at Leadership, ironically. Her oldest is playing college softball, and she recommended a book to read in a Facebook group that really gives you lots of tips for your child who wants to play sports in college. So there's a whole process. Oh my goodness. There are camps that you go to at the universities. You send these emails. The emails are the thing. The emails apparently are the thing. You have a YouTube and an Instagram and all of that. And really what you're told is this is your child's responsibility. I mean, you're there to support them, but a lot of this is on your kiddo, right? So when I came home from Leadership and got the book and all of that, my husband and I started to tell Braden about some things that he may want to start doing. And first, you do need to have at least an idea of a few colleges that you might be interested in. And let's just say that he was kind of slow to do much of any of these things. Okay. Now, I mean, not as an excuse, but just to acknowledge he did have a very, very busy year finishing up and academically and a lot going on. But still, right, he says that this is his dream. So about a month ago, on a Saturday morning, I had a little come to Jesus meeting with Braden. And I asked him to come into my office, and I said, you're not in trouble. I sat lower than he was. He was standing up the whole time and kind of kicking the ball around, of course. And I just said this to him. I said, Braden, I love you enough to tell you the truth. And he kind of looked at me and then kept kicking the ball around. And I said, I believe that you are not going to be playing college soccer. And he looked back at me with huge eyes. And I said, now hear me out. You are good enough to play college soccer. There's still time for you to play college soccer. I believe in you. I'm your biggest fan. And I believe in you that you're capable of doing it. But you're not going to be playing college soccer because your activity isn't there. It's just not there. And he looked at me again, and I said, so here's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you that now is the time to fight for your dream. Only you can fight for it. I can want it for you. And I can be here to support you. And I can be here to give you my best. There's some things I'm really good at. And I can give them all to you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's up to you. And I've not been seeing you have that drive and determination and passion and fire, and I want to give it all, and I know I'm tired, and I know I've had a full day here, but dang it, I'm going to give this time to what I say that I want. And we talked a little bit more about it, and I explained a little bit more about what I was saying, and I said, listen, it's been a great ride, and I can't wait for these next 2 years, but man, I'd love 4 more. I'd love to watch you play more. I'd love that more than anything. But now it's up to you. And after we talked for a little bit, I asked him how that made him feel. And he said it made him feel convicted. And I said, okay, well, we can do something with conviction. And really the conversation was about conviction and encouragement. And then I became like one of those coaches that you see in the movies, like either at the halftime or the Hoosiers in the final 5 seconds. And I was like, Braden, this is what you say you want. Fight for it. I was like, freaking fight for it, Braden. Go after it. Chase after your dream. Grab your dream. Hold on to it. Give it all you got. This is it. This is your time. This is your time. Nobody can want it more than you want it. I want it so bad for you, but you've got to want it more. And go fight for it. I hyped him up. Okay, so there was the conviction, there was the encouragement, and then there was the challenge. And after we had all this, and he handled it really well. I mean, there was a few even kind of little smiles that he had and whatnot. And then there was the challenge, and I said to him this. I said, no, I'm not going to micromanage this. This really is your call. And I said, so if you do something about it today, I'll know for sure that you're going to do this. If you don't do something today, then I'll know you're not. And it's really up to you. I'm not even saying what the thing is to do. It's your call. But I'll know. And you'll know. And we went about our day. And at the end of the day, I came back home and I walked in. I wasn't going to say anything except for just hi, and I greeted him. And he said, by the way, I found a website. Excuse me. And he said, I found the email of every single college coach, soccer coach in the United States. And he said there's 200 D1, there's 60 D2, there's 40 D3, I forget all that. And he said, every day I'm going to start emailing 5 of them, maybe 10, but at least 5. And he goes, will you help me make sure that my email sounds good? And I was like, dude, I can't wait to watch you play college soccer. I was like, let's go. So about a week later, after he crafted the emails, after he figured out what to do, we made his YouTube available. We made his Instagram available because I'd had all that ready. We made it available. I'm here to tell you, let me see for sure. Okay, he has emailed 85 schools, 85 D1 schools. He's heard back from 10 of the schools, wanting to see more of him, wanting to invite him to a camp, okay, so that's pretty normal odds, isn't it? And he has got a spreadsheet, so we're keeping track of it. And I do have to tell you this because it's so great. It's so funny. So he's just going alphabetically through every D1 school. And I did tell him, I was like, you can just pick the schools that you kind of are in the region that you want to go. And he was like, nope, I'm casting a wide net. He goes, you never know. And you never know where a college coach I'm going to email, and they're interested in me, but then they get a job at a different university, and that's the one I wanted to go to. I was like, all right. So I was looking at a spreadsheet the other day, and it's alphabetical, and Harvard was on there. I was like, all right, man, I like it. Harvard, let's go. Well, it's alphabetical. And the school right below it is Howard University, historically black university. And I said, Braden, and, he's his name is Brigham. Okay, his dad is Scott-Irish, and he looks at, I said, Braden, are you familiar? Because he's also customizing the email, talking about their program and all of that. That's why he can really only do about 5 a day. And I said, are you familiar with Howard? He's like, well, a little. I told him that. He laughed and he cracked up. He goes, well, you never know. I said, you never know. So I tell you that today, whether this is for the year end, because Braden's playing the long game. This is probably going to be a year and a half process. He's playing the long game. But what he's doing every day is he's doing the little things that make him fight for his dream. He was convicted, he was encouraged, he was challenged, and now he's taking action on it. He's not worried about the outcome. He's not focused on that. He's focused on just this 5 schools a day, 5 schools a day, 5 schools a day. Building relationships, putting yourself out there, following up, tracking the numbers. So I say that again. Whether you are using this to finish your goal and say, freaking fight for it. It's your dream. Or maybe playing the long game. Maybe there's things that you're going to start today, 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day, that are going to pay off a year from now, a year and a half from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now. So I hope that you take this story. I hope that you do all the things that Braden did. And I'm talking to myself too. Convicted, encouraged, challenged, and then take action. All right. I'm so proud to be a Mary Kay consultant with you. I'll talk to you in the new year. Bye-bye.